We stand, we rise, we kill our lives. We stand, we rise, we kill our lives.
We stand up, we rise up to give our lives up for this burden, this passion to burn our lifetime for you.
Hey guys, Legendary Ghidorah here today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is what I have been working on for the longest time. Sorry I haven't uploaded shorts, sorry I haven't uploaded anything, because it all was going into this effort here. So, without further ado, let's begin here. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Legendary, are you serious? You're really making this kind of video right now? There's no reason he should have survived the axe, Legendary. There's no reason why Kong should have lost this fight here. And honestly, yes, he should have. I'm sorry, Kong fans, but he honestly should have lost this fight here. But let's be honest here. He actually had something going for him, and that was the axe. Now, the axe was probably one of the things that I've seen that disappointed most fans here. I mean, really, it was Kong's main weapon. It was the Godzilla killer, all hyped up to be here. Now you might say, "Hey, Legendary, what are you trying to promote here? What are you trying to say here?" Well, what I'm trying to say is Godzilla survived the axe due to his biology, not because of his, well, it's because his biology is pretty much enhanced here. Now, let's take it back here. Now, I do believe the axe would have killed Godzilla 2014. This is the same Godzilla that went toe-to-toe with Muto Prime, a monster that can literally crack tectonic plates or basically cause an earthquake with its steps here. This will put the Godzillaverse at continental easily. There's also the fact that Godzilla's durability can also be, compared to, or pretty much is above, the Permian extinction, which wiped out 98% of life on the planet here. This was included, if you guys want to take a look at the Permian period here, I found this fan-made pic here. You got Godzilla with Gorgonopsid and Scutosaurus. Yeah, that kind of time period. But then Godzilla King of the Monsters came around. This was basically Godzilla versus, King Ghidorah, the head honcho, the lovable me versus Godzilla. And let's be real here. Godzilla would have won this fight. He got the ambush. He's got the elemental advantage here. He's more at home in the water. Now, when they deployed the Oxygen Destroyer, this was something that was meant to, destroy all the oxygen within an area. Now, granted, Godzilla survived the mess out of that. Godzilla and Ghidorah survived that. Ooh. And actually, it's actually a much more impressive feat, considering water explosions under the water are actually more concentrated than when on land. On land, they can just expand rapidly, but in water, it's a much more condensed, much more controlled explosion. This led to, Dr. Serizawa, sacrificing himself and giving Godzilla one of his biggest boosts in power he's ever had. Easily one of his biggest power boosts that he's ever had in years here. This gave Godzilla pretty much one of the biggest upgrades of all time. This allowed Godzilla to go toe-to-toe with Ghidorah, who was capable of multi-continental destruction here. Destruction. So yeah, I think it's safe to say here, Godzilla evolved at this point in time, right here. Godzilla evolved past his species durability level. He surpassed their limits. He surpassed his species durability limits. He survived his species. He surpassed his species strength limit. This is a guy that was actually going up and matching against King Ghidorah. I don't think he would have won it if he didn't, even if he came back at some point, in his 2014 variation and somehow managed to, win the fight against Ghidorah. Yeah, I really just don't see that. Oh, excuse me. I really just don't see that happening. I'm sorry. I really don't see it happening here. I mean, yeah. There's also, oh my gosh, sorry about that. This was the fact that Godzilla literally went toe-to-toe with other Titans during his time skip with, his time in between after King of the Monsters and right before Godzilla vs. Kong happened. Go read Godzilla Dominion, by the way. It's a pretty good comic book. We had the fact that Godzilla was taking attacks from other monsters like Tiamat and Scylla. These guys would easily be above the Permian extinction as they're able to literally harm Godzilla and even draw blood, even get the upper hand on Godzilla at a certain point here. This goes to show that, yeah, these monsters individually are capable of continental destruction. So, wow, that's pretty scary. Meanwhile, Kong was doing his thing. The best he's ever done was kill the Alpha Skullcrawler. He's killed a Siren Jaw in the Kingdom Kong comic. And Kong Kingdom of Kong comic. He was actually able to go toe to toe and lay a beat down on Camazotz, which is a Titan. I mean, it's actually a much higher level Titan than anything Kong has ever encountered before here. And he was actually able to beat him with, the casual minded human interference, which actually interferes with everything because, we actually just need humans to somehow be relevant to the story. But anyway, this meant Kong was definitely ready to take on Godzilla. This comic definitely proves he was ready to take on Godzilla. But unfortunately, we saw the results of that fight here. Kong was basically outmatched. He was out-animaled. He was out-muscled. And honestly, Godzilla had more to fight for than just a petty rivalry between the species. This dude was making sure that he was able to take on King Ghidorah. And you gotta think about what Godzilla's mindset was during this whole movie, alright? Godzilla won this fight not only because of his I guess you could say he has superior stats. Yeah, I'll agree on that. But the fact Godzilla won this because it was more along of his mindset here. This guy was going to a mindset that he needs to get to Ghidorah as fast as possible or he's going to lose his alpha position again. You got to remember, Ghidorah is literally the only monster in the Monsterverse that has pushed Godzilla into having a burning state here. He'll be probably the only monster that pushes him that far, at least until we get Destroyer. I'm very convinced we're going to get Destroyer eventually, and this will definitely lead into him, using the burning state again somehow. Maybe at will, maybe he gets a rage boost off of it or something. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a certain point here where he just has to get to that state. And the fact is here, Godzilla was going into the mindset that Mechagodzilla was pretty much a reanimated version of Ghidorah, which he was. He was a reanimated version of Kevin, the most lovable head here. But at the end of the day here, the axe didn't work, and it's honestly thanks to Ghidorah that Godzilla was actually able to survive that axe. If Godzilla was not pushed to these very limits here, was not pushed to the extensity, to the point where he needed to get that burning state in order to basically compete and fight against Ghidorah here, even being able to even handle a fight against a base Ghidorah before he absorbed the whole city's electricity here, then yeah, I'm very convinced Kong would have killed a 2014 version of Godzilla. All right, then he would have got clowned by Mechagodzilla, and we all know how that movie would end. Kong grabs the tail, Mechagodzilla just pushes the tail right into his head. GG. Have a good day. Yeah. Basically, honestly, he just really had more. It's really thanks to Ghidorah here that Godzilla was even able to win this fight here. Because let's be real here, if he didn't get that boost from the from that nuclear bomb, from the Sarazawa bomb, he would have died. Okay, you guys? So let me know what you guys think. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Ghidorah, and I'll see you guys later for another video. Peace.